we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First and 10, here's Murray. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Pick up on the play. 1st down, Green Bay.
Murray now on 1st down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Josh Allen on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little? And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there. 41 yards.
23-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. Blankenship's kick is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a sack.
He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. To throw is Murray. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Murray. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
2nd down and goal. Murray eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Murray. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Now this time, Tua is going to throw it. Steps away to his left. He's going to run again. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bulldogs 3, Packers 0.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Henry Ruggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Packers 7, Bulldogs 3. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On first down, here's Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now it's Breida. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
The ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
The line of scrimmage.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. First down yardage as he's brought down at the 40. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Packers.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Saunders, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Number 11,
Henry Ruggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score, Packers 14, Bulldogs 3. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
3rd and 1.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 30.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
36 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Tua sets up to pass it. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Winfield on the tackle. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Henry runs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
Let's go.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's put that team on the bus. There we go, 30 seconds to Mike.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Peterson. And all the way down to the 35.
Good for
A big play there. 42 yards.
35-yard line.
He's crossing.
This is Breida. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Yellow, go. Motion, reset.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Check 26, check 26. Shot, 17.
Tua going to throw. Buying time to his left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
There we go, 30 seconds to Mike. Mike, 30 seconds.
They run with Breida. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Check 31. Check.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Breida on a toss left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They go counter with Breida. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the
So
play.
stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Blankenship's kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 15.
Murray now on first down. Being chased out left. Oh, going. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete.
Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Back over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
7.
They run again with Breida. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
On first down, Tagovailoa dancing to his left. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Peterson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Bulldogs 12.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Not today. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Steps away to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Is good. Makes the score Packers 29. Bulldogs 19.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Read it well, and it's picked. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Packers 29, Bulldogs 26.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A gain of 13, it's a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On first down, Saunders. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Saunders. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Breida. And he's taken down inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. On the handoff, this is Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Down at the 23-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a give to Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Rodrigo Blankenship with an important one. This to potentially send us to overtime. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
Brought down at the
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
This time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd and 9.
Ready. 45. White. White 36. White 36. Yellow. Blue.
First throw of the OT session for Tua. This is the tight end fan. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Morrison. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Second and 7.
Line 36. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Go. We own them.
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Say what you know. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. They're going to need some therapy after this. Green Jack. Line 36.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now a give running left is Breida. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the home team here, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.